some tiles. Do every little bit, Kayla. Okay, how many tiles do you test?
6.
Okay. So what if I told you I wanted you to take those tiles and make 2 equal rows? Can you do that? Okay, show me how you can do that. 2 equal rows. Okay? So, how many is in each row? 3. So, who knows the multiplication equation that represents what you just did with the tiles? Michaela? Did you do 6 times 3?
2 times.
Not quite. Layla?
6 divided by 2 equals 3.
What do you think about that, Michaela? She said 6 divided by 2 equals 3. Do you think that represents what you did? Okay. Do you agree with Layla? Okay, so you had 6. Now, was it all in a nice, pretty array when I gave it to you, or just gave you a pile? Okay. So then you divided it into 2, and there was 3 in each row, correct? Okay. So, what if I gave you a little more? This time I want you we're going to do something different. Yeah, just put those with those. Okay, now I'm going to arrange your tiles for you, and I'm going to ask you to do something. So just kind of arrange your tiles for me. Can you do it like this? Put 3 on one row, 3 on another row, and then 1 up here. So 3, 3, 3, and 1. Can y'all do that? I'm going to make it straight and put 1 up here. And do yours again. Okay. Layla, did you make an array? Did you make an array when you did that? You think you made an array? No? Kayla, do you think you made an array? Finish up. Braylon, did you make an array? No? Why? Because there's 1 left over? Do you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Layla, what do you want to say?
It's not.
It's not equal groups, is it? Okay. So, what if I said I want this to be arranged in an array of 5 rows? Could you do that? 5 equal rows. Keep going, I'll be right back. This is Miss Winnie. Okay, is it okay if you wait like 5 minutes? Okay, alright, thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, did y'all make 5 rows?
Yes.
One's left. Okay, now, raise your hand if you can tell me what division equation represents what we just did. Kayla? So 5 divided by 2. Raise your hand if you disagree or agree. Like, tell me what you think. Kayla says 5 divided by 2. What do you think about that? So if I have 5 and I divided by 2, can I have 2 equal groups? I didn't divide 5 by 2. What did I divide by 2? Layla says 10. What do we divide by 2? 10. Do y'all agree? Okay, so your total was 10. Then you divided by 2, or we divided by 5, didn't we? I said it wrong. We divided by 5, and we got 2. But we can still, because of our fact family, we can also say 10 divided by 2 equals 5. Right? So sometimes, in a minute I'm going to give you a piece of paper. Sometimes the picture that we're given might not represent what we need, like a perfect array. But what did this represent earlier? Nathan, pay attention. So we've got 3, 3, 3. Even though this wasn't an array, what do we know about these tiles? We know, what do we know? It wasn't an array, but what does the picture represent? We talked about this a long time. The picture represents what? No? Each picture that we see, especially on paper, like this, when it's objects, it's representing a number, an amount. What amount does this represent? It represents 10. And when you know that total, then you can make your own picture or draw your own picture to solve the problem. Okay? All right, I want y'all to put your tiles back, and then I want you to practice on one that's on paper. And it's like the one that's on your quiz that you have right now, but that's okay because we haven't gone over it, so it'll still be your work. Here you go. So, you're going to take this picture, read the instructions very carefully, and remember, you can make your own picture if you want to. You can show your work any way you want. Eyes up here for just a second. Nathan, Kayla. But remember, the picture represents what? The total, right? Even though the picture might not look the way you want it to, it still represents the total. So I want you to solve. Here you go. Here you go. And don't blurt out the answer. We're going to keep it to ourselves. Read carefully. Okay, so can you show me some work to show me how you solve this? Because I don't see any work on here. Show me how you would solve it. Okay, so one of it says it wants it in 2 equal rows. That doesn't make sense, does it? So what can you do? You have to show me some sort of work. See, it's a little harder when it's on paper because you don't have the tiles, right? So you have to come up with a way that you can figure it out yourself. Okay, so how many groups did you make? Can you count them? Okay, so see if you can use what you did to solve your problem here. See what something here matches. Braylon's done. I see Michaela's done. Layla. Kayla, are you a little confused, or do you need some help? She adjusted it. I like that. As soon as Kayla's finishing up, we're going to talk about the solution. This is Miss Sweeney. Oh, that's okay. No problem. Thanks. Bye-bye. So, count how many you have so far. You have 22, right? So you need 2 more. Go put 2 more. Okay, great. And go ahead and choose your answer, and then we're going to talk about the solution. Okay. So, what'd you get, Michaela? Layla? Braylon? And Nathan?
B.
B. Kayla? Okay, So I'm actually glad that y'all chose those answers. C is the right answer. B is tricky. So I'm going to show you Nathan's work here. Because of the commutative property of multiplication, he knows that one of the factors is 2, right? Even though his picture doesn't represent 2 rows or whatever it's asking for, he knows that he can circle groups of 2. He counted 12 groups. But the answer he chose does not actually match the question. It says the wagon will be arranged in 2 equal rows. How many wagons will be in each row? So what's wrong with B? Can you tell me what's wrong with B, Layla?
I can't explain it, but I could say it in my head.
You can't say it in your head? Well, what I'm seeing is his answer shows if there was 12 rows, there would be 2 wagons in each row, right? So he chose 2 because 24 divided by 12 is 2. That is true, but the answer is incorrect. So C is correct because if we had 2 rows, there would be 12 wagons in each row. Does that make sense? So, Kayla, you did yours this way. We'll look at it this way. See, if you turn it out this way, you have 2 rows. How many do you have in each row? It's what you chose down here. You counted. I'm going to count them, 12. So we have to make sure that after we solve or draw our own picture, we go back to that question and make sure we're answering the right question. You have to be very careful with division, okay? Let me see. Layla, what did you do? Did you just know that it was divided, that what 24 divided by 2 is? And that's great. That's another bonus of knowing your multiplication facts.